We are back. We're going to try to get another match on backgammonhub.com. Probably a 5-point match if we can find one. 5 is sort of, I think 5 sort of in the sweet spot. 3 is a little too short. 5 is sort of good because you get a lot of interesting like 4 and 5 away, 3 away cube actions there. And you're not like, I don't know, you play an 11-point match, could take hours, especially live. So I actually prefer to play short matches. Even live, I actually prefer to play short matches. We'll play anybody. Good. All right, so 5-point match against Len. Good match to my opponent. Who is equalizing. Can he roll a 3-1? No, he can roll better. This actually does equalize. Yeah, 5-3, 5-3. I'm still winning because I'm on roll. 3-4. Okay, looks like a good place to split too. 13-9 looks productive. He does hit me off the 4 points. If he does anything else, we might have a cube, but there's no other candidate here, so certainly he's going to find this play. Like even if you don't know you're supposed to do this, you do this because it's like the safest play. Pretty much. I mean, I guess safer is 7-2, 7-3, but that would be ridiculous. Okay, this is a little scary because of the blots in the outfield. Like I think I'm passing a dance here. Okay, no, I can take, and yeah, maybe shouldn't even cube this now. But there might have been an opportunity in there for him to send like an aggressive cube, gammonish cube. Okay, this is just too good or double pass now. Okay, plays on. If I anchor though, especially if I anchor on the 23, I'll have some decent play. Might be able to take that if he hasn't made a ton of progress in the backfield. Or if I come in and hit, you know. So maybe he should be cashing this in. At least the first time. Well, given he has cube access, he probably shouldn't hit me here. Because he sort of keeps the cash in hand that way. Unless like, make hit off the deuce if he still has a good cube after I hit him with like a 2-6 or something, which actually might be the case. Well, oh, the last 2 are bad. Shoot, I was like, oh, this is a great roll, till I saw the fact that the other 2 don't play well. It's gonna cube this. No. Okay. Six me? Ah. Yeah, back to passing. Back to too good, technically. It clears the 14, gets good flexibility and great builders for the 7 and 8. He's averse to leaving blots in the outfield, but they don't really matter here. It's not like I can hit them, you know. So he should have done something a little more flexible there. This is okay. Yeah, I think he can still technically play on here. Okay, 5-5-6-6, no. Four shots if he leaves a shot in the outfield. He does not. Good. Assume that was correct. He play 13-4 is sort of productive on the home front, but I might roll 4-4 or something next turn. Okay, so I don't think I jump out losing more gammons. Possibly wins a little more. I don't know. I probably should have made the 8 point there actually, because I might be hitting him here. Go 4 shots, you know. Yeah, I should have made the 8 point there. This looks a little bit worse than making the 8 for some reason. But still, if I hit him, I don't want a million blots over there. Huh? Yeah, I'm not sure now. Boy, it's hard to slot these points. Okay, should clear this. Clearing this 6 should be safest anyways. Pretty gross to put 4 guys on the ace point. Well, if my only goal is to hit him, I do this. Can't like bat me around. Does build a 5 point board, which is sort of okay. Ugh, I got myself into trouble. I hope I don't get gammon because of that play. Shoot. All right, I guess I got a decent chance to save this by running, so let's do it. Seems right. Bah, 3-3. Oh, 4-4 works also. All right, so just 2-zip because he couldn't find a cube. Okay, this wins a little more gammons to bring the guy down. So I like to do this when I'm losing the match. Usually for money or whatever, I split. But because I have more to gain by upping the gammons for both sides, I do like bringing the guy down. Like if I get into a gammonish position, I'll get to offer him a good cube. And if he gets in a gammonish position, it gets a little harder for him to offer a cube. Okay, I think you run here and not make the 3 because he has such a nice prime here. So you want to jump over that prime. And I'm escaping the last guy. All right, so I guess I cube this at the score. Even if it's not a cube for money or whatever, it's got extra incentive to cube at the score, I believe, because there are some gammons here. I would still take as him, I guess. I don't know. I would take for money, anyways. His race was fairly close, and I cubed. Take is sort of reasonable. I just don't know what the score. How 4-4 just hits once. There are no 11s that hit. He's up in the race. I think he needs to split here. Good. He needs to split again. He's just going to stagnate back there. Yeah, his position is just going to crunch horribly. Ah, unless he rolls 2-2. All right, so I'm down in the race. I need to keep this sort of the 6 prime for as long as possible. So I am going to dump checkers behind the anchor, though it's not completely necessary right now. The 6-2 there was like okay also. So like this is like okay also. Although probably nothing wrong with 12-7, 6-5 either. There would be something wrong with that. He's crunching a little bit. Seems odd. All right, so again, I can keep my 6 prime. I guess there is a big premium on keeping him blocked for another turn. Okay, now I got to give something up. I mean, there's a temptation to block the biggest numbers and clear the 7 points. For some reason, I think the computer does this, though. Maybe not. I don't know. I have my ace point made, so maybe there's extra value in clearing the 7. He's not trapped off the anchor, though. I have a feeling the computer keeps the contiguous block. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been better the other way. I would have had better builders. So I got to go after him. I think I want to leave this slotted, but I'm not too sure. It's pretty. If I pick up, it's like pretty hard to fill in the points. So it might be worth the risk there. I might have to go after him loose again. Now I'll pick and pass if I can. But there's another safe play. I could bear a guy off and play 4-1. That looks quite a bit shottier down the line, though. Ah, shoot. Guessed wrong. All right, so my take point on the recube is 16%. I'm not sure I have. This is only 2 guys off. This is a huge pass for money. Yeah, you need 5. Basically, to have a take for money, I mean, you need like 4 or 5 checkers off there. Oh, I got 2 checkers off. Oof. Huh. Yeah, I'm not totally sure. I mean, this does do something though, right? I do want to get that guy going. All right, let's give it a shot. Okay, it did sort of work. I mean, he's sort of happy to hit me there though, so I don't know. I'm up in the race a little bit when I did that play. Oh dear. This is a whooping. Shoot. Probably there was something slightly better with that 3. Where he plays 17 to 14. Maybe he wants more guys closer to home so he can attack me. So he can play 8 to 5 or 13 to 10. Not that it's a big deal, especially at the score where gammas don't help him. It seems reasonable. I got a blot on my board, so the 2 shots aren't a big deal. Yeah, see, now you got like kind of decent building power. We can make the 7 or the 3 with a lot of numbers. This does not do it. So 13 to 8, 10 to 4 looks pretty clear. She will find. Good. What's he gonna do here? I don't know. It's pretty gross to play safe, you know. 8 to 2, 5 to 4. And you got to bring that home somehow, which is not impossible. You could try making the 7, and if I hit him, maybe he survives because he's got this nice block. This wouldn't be trivial for me to play either. It could be. That doesn't seem right. Could be right to play 8 to 6 with the last one to get great builders for the 3 at the cost of 2 shots. Okay, but he made this work. Okay, got no. I don't think he has any blot numbers this roll. So it's not super important to make the 6 prime. So maybe I want to do something a little more flexible. I could even play 5 to 2 here. Okay, now he's got a couple. He's got at least a few blot numbers. 6 5, 6 4, 5 5. I think that was it. Now he's got 6 4. Maybe 4 6 4 4 4. Now it looks like he has a lot, including some weird 5s like 5 3. 5 5 1. 5 1's a blot weirdly. So 6 to 5 should be right. Should be safest to clear from the rear. Yeah, this is more blot numbers down the line. Better block though. Yeah, see, like how does he play safe here? If he played the other one, this would have been safe for a turn anyways. So 5 is force, and then he needs to think about the ace, which is probably 5 to 4. I gotta leave, really? That was the worst. Rather have 5 5. All right, well that was a whooping. I think this is going to be a cleaner match than the last one I played. The match, honestly, I mean, even though I had lost, it didn't seem like a ton of difficult plays. So I am expecting a fairly low error rate. And it would be interesting if it's not, because I will be interested to see where I screwed up. No, I played well. I played a 1.4 according to GNU. So let us go to XG mode. If you can get to the point when you play backgammon and then you see you played badly, if you can actually think, oh, that's interesting, I want to know where my errors are so I can correct them in the future. I played horribly, but this is good news because I get to improve. That would be like a really good attitude to have. Especially when playing online where there's nothing at stake. I don't have that attitude. I'd much rather see a low error rate. But I think that'd be like a really healthy thing if you can if you can get your mind to think that way. So what happened? Okay, so I made one checker play blunder, and apparently one doubling error. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the doubling error. Okay, yeah, this seemed pretty clear, right? Splitting to here is not dangerous at all, really, and sort of where you want to split to. And 13 to 9 is quite productive. Yeah, okay, a big double, big take. Yeah, it seems. I think I would have taken if he doubled. I'm pretty sure I would have found the double. It's predicated on these two blots here. Like the front position isn't that strong for him because it's not trivial for him to cover the 4 or do something else productive with that blot. But the problem with my position is these two blots in the outfield, where like if he's got hits out here, and like if he just covers the 4, these guys are targets later. Yeah, no, I can even double this. That was too good. Too good. His 3-3 seemed okay. So a little scary hitting because maybe I can take if I hit him back. But I think I think at least if I roll like a 2-6 after his play, he can at least cube it, you know. So maybe it's even a pass. Anyways, I roll a grade 2-2. The problem is the other two I hit them and the other two just don't play good. So I should go double pass after any reasonable play. Apparently cubeless it wants to make the 1 point, which honestly I kind of didn't see. Yeah, my play leaves a direct shot. Yeah, still a pass. Oh, after the 4-1 though, I had a take, right? Yeah, double take after the 4-1. Then he's too good again. 6-3 is okay. And 6-1, yeah, I saw this. Yeah, he should. So what I did, 14-7. I'll put it up on the board. I did it because it's flexible, right? It's 3 builders for 4 points. It's the only play. It's maybe not the only play that gets 3 builders, but it's all the right plays only get 2 builders for the 4. So if you weren't getting a shot next turn, my play would be correct. The problem is you make my play, you make this play. The shot is coming right away. Like if he rolls like any 6 or any 5 at least, even like a 4-3, he's supposed to vacate the 10 point and give me 4 shots at the guy in the outfield. So I don't want all these blots in the outfield for when I hit. So that's why you're supposed to like make a more. I would have done this had I thought about it. That's why you're supposed to make a more solid play because the shot's coming like right away. And then you get your 8 point. It's not like this is a lot worse for building the 4 point than my play is. But he screws up and like he should play 10-4 here. And it's similar stuff here, although the non-spread out plays are a little bit more stodgy. Of course, they should cash it in. Slightly too good here. Oh yeah, the 5-2 is coming up. Okay, it doesn't want to run. It's all 1.0 because it's supposed to cash the game in. It's supposed to go double pass. Yeah, my play loses. Oh, my play wins slightly more games to do this. Cubeless. Running saves more gammons. Like it does maintain the possibility to keep to make the 4 point next turn. You see what happened? I started crunching, he rolled big, and I got gammon because of my play, I think. Oh, it's not gonna like my cube this game. Really? No, it doesn't cube this. I mean, I thought it was probably a take at the time, but honestly, I wasn't like 100% sure due to the score. So I'm a little surprised to see it's not even a cube, probably. I guess the key is seeing it's not particularly gammonish, and in non-gammonish positions, white can take just fine at the score. In fact, he can take a little deep. So it's just, I don't know, the race isn't that good, and I have the blot in the outfield, and I have all these points to fill in, and it's not trivial to do that. So it doesn't even want to cube this. Yeah, it surprises me that it's not even a cube at the score. We can take a look at what it is at like 0-0 in a long match. Yeah, it's a little similar. This is tough to evaluate. I mean, like very similar positions where like I've almost escaped everybody, and I have a 3', and he's trapped on the ace point. I think very similar positions are going to be passes. But yeah, just because I have like too many problems. Like I don't have great builders, I still have the blot in the outfield, and there's no points filled in, and the race isn't that great. They all just add up to be no double apparently. But yeah, I gotta like build these points, so I gotta like take some risk because it's just so important to fill in these points. Like you could play completely safely here, right? 13-7, 9-8. This guy. But it doesn't fill in the points smoothly enough. And he has the blot in the board, so I have like maybe one opportunity to take on a little risk. Okay, I fill in the point. He should be splitting here. And then yeah, you do want to. I mean, you don't have to go right. You don't have to go behind the anchor right away. You can if you want, but you do want to think about doing that because the race is so close, and you want to give him. You want to keep his numbers blocked as long as possible. Like 8-2 is fine here. 12-7, 12-11, 6-1 is fine here. Like you don't want, for instance, you do not want to break the 8 point here, even though it looks pretty clean. You don't want to let him on 6-6 and other sixes. Oh, 1-1 is wrong. Oh, okay, so apparently here you do want to break the 8 point. Yeah, this surprises me a little bit. I mean, I get that my play is pretty ugly, unlike the previous plays where I go behind the anchor. It's not that bad though, is it? I'm still down in the race, Interesting. So let's look at the computer's play. It might come into focus once we see it. Yeah. I mean, obviously you're paying very big to 5-5 here. But he has no 5s on the other side of the board. So all his other 5s, they run off the anchor. And then because the builders are so awesome, it's easy to attack. And if he doesn't roll a 5, this plays fine. Especially 5-1, he's like super exposed. Because he rolls 5-1, he's forced to stop here. And I have 1s to hit him here, and then 6s, 4s, 3s, and 2s hit him here. So yeah, this even wins more. I mean, obviously it wins more gammons because you get to attack more. But it even wins more than my play. So I guess the key is not that this is particularly awkward. It's not particularly awkward. It's just a little bit awkward. And this is sort of a good opportunity to get some flexibility since only his 5/5 is a good run number. Interesting. So why doesn't that apply here, say? I'm sorry, here. Because he's not forced off the anchor on 5s after you do this. The builders are still quite good. And also you're paying to 5/4. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I was fairly confident about my play because the race is bad. But no, there's just other considerations here. Yeah, backgammon is hard, man. Okay, good. Yeah, this is right to clear from the back. Keep the contiguous prime. I only know this play because I've seen the computer do it. To me, like this maybe looks more natural to keep the bigger numbers blocked. Anyways, he runs. I gotta go after him. Apparently, the computer does want to do this because the opponent has a strong board, wants to pick and pass, which I think maybe most people would do that. But I was thinking, all right, well, I do need to fill in the points, so he's not in constant danger of escaping. And somehow I lose this. Okay, yeah, minimize shots here because there's not much gammon chance. Oh, the ripping 2 does win slightly more gammons. And then I lose. I assume that was a big pass. Yeah, it was a huge pass. I only win 7% here. Woof. Alright, good. My play's okay. Trying to escape the backman. Obviously it's not great. Because he's happy to hit me here. So 13-6 would be okay too. 6-3, 6-5. Huh. Yes, this is close apparently. Keeping the 8 points. Doing this versus making the 5. Bah. And I'm just hanging back. Oh, it's a 6. Let's see, is a 6-1 good? I mean, it's pretty good when he gets away with it. When he gets hit back, it's pretty bad for him. Like last turn, he played 13-8. So 13-7, 8-7 instead of making some stodgy safe play. Yeah, I'd have to look at the safe play, I think. Okay, it's close. That's pretty funny. Right, like this is the stodgy safe play. It's not. I mean, it's not that hard to bring this home. But obviously, it's a lot harder to bring it home than if you do this and get away with it. So, is it worth the risk of getting hit with aces and getting counter primes? Apparently, maybe not, but it's very, very close. I mean, I don't know how. Everyone would be guessing. It's so close that everyone would be guessing here. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a six prime making play here, right? That most people would do it. And apparently it's like okay to do this. Because okay, I mean, but the problem is you're not hitting next turn. So it might be maybe you want to slot the points you need to make to roll the prime forward now where you're not getting a shot. So that's why I did this. And then there's a clever play where you play 7-2, 5-2, which seems weird because you're giving up your 5 point, but you get a triple cover for the open point. So, but the problem is if you don't cover it next turn, you kind of left with a messed up position. It's probably not that bad though. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's close. It's close with my play. So I was thinking of like this play. See how there's like a triple cover for the open point. But then you do this and you roll 5-4 next turn and you're like, ah! Like here you roll a non-cover here. You can't cover the 2 point here, so it's still sort of fine. You can make your 7 or 8 points even. Yeah, he plays this badly. I should just play 6 off. This is safer if he gets missed by a lot compared to this. I miss him horribly. Yeah, he rolls he rolls another blotting number, but almost like a lot of stuff is blotting here. Oh, one funny thing: if he has this position, he rolls 6-5 or 5-4. It's actually a triple shot. Yeah, then I roll a horrible 6-6, which is my worst. And then I lose. Okay, that was a good match. Glad I played well. So what was my blunder again? Oh, the 1-1. Yeah, this is pretty instructive for me. Because I was fairly confident about my play, you know, because it's sort of routine. You saw how much I talked about it. It's sort of routine where you're down in the race and your opponent's anchored on the 3 point. For me, anyways, it's fairly routine to like keep him primed as long as possible. In other words, like go behind him, assuming it's not like too ugly. Put checkers behind him. And we saw that was true for earlier decisions. But here, where like the 1-1 plays pretty ugly, not horrible, but pretty ugly. And you have this play that sort of traps him off the anchor nicely with all 5s except for 5-5, while you have like really nice builders and good flexibility if he doesn't roll a 5. It actually swings the decision, it swings the concept to actually open up a little early. So this is pretty instructive. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to remember this because routinely I like to sort of like keep the prime as long as possible. But maybe it's possible to keep an eye out for this type of play later when the go behind play is like getting a little ugly. This comes up. I mean, it's fairly. Like it comes up. I'd say like several times a year for me, where like I have a 6 prime in front of a 3-point anchor. So it's conceivable. Like I'll see this play. I'll see this play again fairly soon. So I am going to try to keep this in mind. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this. And I will see you next time.